for our It's Worth the Drive Go Local Carpool. In today's carpool, we are going to be treated to the Wilmington Sharks. So, hey!
Hello.
What? Wait a minute here. All right.
I'm just buckling up my seatbelt because I understand that safety is the most important thing you can do.
It is. It really is. Because I don't want a ticket.
Same for you, Miss Karen. Make sure you buckle up, all
I
right?
know. I got to buckle up here.
It's going to be a crazy ride.
I heard she's got a lead foot up there, so.
You got to watch Mitzi now. She is kind of crazy on that one. Okay, so, all right. I'm all buckled up and everything's good. So, let's see. You guys are going to have to scooch together a little bit.
I'll lean in.
There we go.
Awesome. So
introduce yourselves. We're with Wilmington Sharks.
I'm Carson Bowen, General Manager at the Wilmington Sharks.
Hi, I'm Alyson Smist. I'm the Assistant General Manager of the Wilmington Sharks. It's nice to meet everybody.
Yay! We're so glad you're in our carpool today.
We're sorry Sharky had some classes today, so he was unable to attend and jump in the car.
He sends his regards, though.
Well, darn. We even like had the whole back end for him to kind of like
he
roll around
could have sprawled out
He
back
could have
there.
sprawled out. That would have been
Took a
funny.
nap.
Yeah. Well, hey, thanks for having us down here. It's
You're
a really
welcome.
cool idea, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Well, we're glad you're with us today. Now, the Wilmington Sharks is located in Wilmington, but they are a member of the Southport-Oak Island Chamber, and they want to entertain the residents of Brunswick County.
Absolutely.
And give them a great opportunity to come out for some family fun. So, tell us a little bit about the Sharks and you know, what's going on and all that.
So, the Sharks, we are a Summer-Collegiate baseball team. Our team is made up of 35 college athletes from around the country. This year we've got guys on our roster from the Citadel, we've got Clemson, we've got UNC Wilmington, we've got a couple kids from Brunswick Community College as well, so right here in the area.
Oh, wow.
So, you know, your neighbor might be on the mound one night. But yeah, they come from all over the country. They stay with host families, and we have a good time out at the ballpark. We average, I think, 1,200 fans a game. And it's really a good time for the whole family, and fireworks every Friday. I can kind of go on and on about all these different things that we do.
Fireworks! We love fireworks!
We do love fireworks.
Yep,
so.
absolutely. And we try to make it more of a family atmosphere too. You know, we do have nights that are promotional for that attracts the younger fan for Thirsty Thursdays, where we have significantly reduced prices on beer.
Wait a minute, that's not for just the youngers.
Well, that's true. It's also for the moms that
beer.
need the time away from the kiddos too. But you know, our typical demographic is the family of four looking to try to have just a good night out to get kids off the phone and off social media, which is kind of the opposite of what we're doing right now. But
we won't tell Facebook.
We won't tell
Facebook,
that. Right? Or Twitter. But it's just to try to get the conversation back up and bring tradition back to Wilmington. You know, we've got some pretty cool partners this year. We're really pushing, trying to get as many nonprofits out to the ballpark as well, to try to just get them visibility and help them raise some money and again build our brand to the next level.
Yeah, that's a great program we have for the nonprofits. It's instead of just, you know, us cutting a check to the nonprofit and that being it. It's really more of engaging our fans with the nonprofit, and they get a chance to learn about the nonprofit, what they do, who they serve. So anyone out there that has a nonprofit they support, please send them our way. We're looking forward to meeting them and seeing how we can help them.
So that's the Wilmington Sharks. Now, how do they get up with you?
We are on the World Wide Web, www.wilmingtonsharks.com. My email, Carson at Wilmington Sharks. She's Alyson at Wilmington Sharks.
Alyson.
Alyson.
Yeah, there's a lot of ways to spell
There's a lot
stuff.
of ways to spell. I never had one of those name tags, you know.
Yes.
The little like pencils with my name on it.
Yep. Gotta have it.
Oh my gosh, I know. I know an Alyson the same way.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm Carson, C-A-R-S-O-N. I always tell the story. My dad's name is Van, so I'm the son of a car, and that is his everlasting dad joke. So
oh no!
It's in my DNA. I can't help it.
That's great. So, are the schedules always on a certain night, or what's the schedule look like?
Yeah, so we are all over the place. Our schedule starts, and our first game is May 30th. That's a Thursday night, and we run until mid-August. So we've got 26 games during that span, and we like to have some weekly promotions. Every Thursday, like Alyson touched on, is Thirsty Thursdays. You can get draft beverages for $1, and Friday night we do fireworks after the game, and Saturdays we will do giveaways before the game. It is not just some little tchotchke, some little trinket. You know, this is good stuff. This is
it's like a kid's jersey,
jerseys,
baseball
hats.
hat, and things like that.
Yeah, so we like to do good things that you're actually going to use instead of some paperweight or some.
You mean no bobbleheads?
Not this year.
Not this year.
They get a little expensive this year.
Really?
So
bobbleheads are expensive?
Yeah, we're unable to get those to the ballpark this year.
Well, darn.
So, but one of the things that we have too is we do themes on certain nights. Like one of the nights will be a beach theme where all of the music will be changed to all beach style music. You'll see a lot of the employees running around with Hawaiian print shirts and hopefully some little lays depending on how hot it is.
I'm gonna have sunscreen on my nose just right here.
Just the white.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely.
That's
and
funny.
then we'll adjust the on-field promotions that we have going on too to be more beach themed. And then we have superhero night. We welcome capes. Absolutely welcome all the little kids showing up and dressed as their favorite superhero. But that also will be a way that we can celebrate some of our first responders and so forth that night, because they truly are heroes in our community. And actually it's a pretty good segue. We have what's called a Heroes Box. It's 5 people every single game that have free admittance to the park. They get to sit in a prime location on the third base side right at the dugout. It's one of our prime boxes. It is sponsored by Tim Howard from Homes for Heroes, and he and I and Carson really believe in finding ways to celebrate. We have a lot of unsung heroes here in Brunswick. I'd be glad to bring some people up from that. Nominations can be made through our website again, and basically a teacher. Maybe there's a janitor that kind of went out of his way, somebody that really truly goes above and beyond the call of duty that never gets recognized. So we want them to come out to the park, sit in our seat. We'll have it assigned ahead of time, give you a handwritten note that says thank you for everything that you've done.
Honestly, I have chills right now. I really have chills talking about this because it's honestly one of our favorite things that we do at the ballpark. It's, they get up there, we give a little spiel on who they are. This is my neighbor Karen. She's got a beautiful garden, and we like having her in the neighborhood. Big round of applause. Everyone loves it, and it is a fantastic moment. So if you guys know anyone, please
send them our way. The whole point was both my parents were educators, and my mom retired 5 years early simply because she felt like no one cared anymore, and everything she was doing just didn't make any kind of an impact on the school that she was at, and it really bothered her, and that kind of resonated with me. And I said, there's got to be a way that we can use the platform of the Sharks to really celebrate people in our area and have them feel like they deserve what they're, some kind of recognition and a big old pat on the back. So it's great because, like we said, Tim Howard he's also with Coldwell Banker. He has been 100% behind us since we came up with this vision, and he's amazing, absolutely amazing. And he's part of this charity called Homes for Heroes, that a portion of his commissions with the sale of a house actually go to help rebuild the interior or assist some of these first-time home buyers that are veterans or current military personnel, teachers, first responders, and so forth. So it's been a great partnership.
So nice.
It's a great way for the Sharks to give back to the community and everything.
Absolutely.
And so, again, where do they go to nominate somebody?
Right to our website. There's a tab right across the top that says nomination forms, and just make sure we have an email address and a legit phone number so I can call them and make sure to invite them and sign them up for a specific game day.
Okay.
So we'd love to have them out.
And so I know you said you're focused on families, but we do have a lot of retarees in the area that's always looking for groups to get together, and their friends and their family around when they've got family in town. It'd be a really good opportunity.
No, you're exactly right. And baseball, more than any other sport, in my opinion, kind of harks on the nostalgic nature of the sport. All the other sports are moving towards more fast-paced, louder this, louder that. But baseball, it's all about the roots. It's all about the simplicity of a single game and spending time with people you like, and it's there's really nothing else like it. So we have a couple areas dedicated for groups. We have a tent. We'll feed you guys. We'll roll out the red carpet for you, give you the white glove treatment out at the ballpark. We've got some of the best hot dogs around. I might be biased, but
I'm a big fan of the hamburgers.
Yeah, this little side story. I was gonna try to keep count of how many hot dogs I ate last summer.
Oh my
but
goodness!
After I ate 6 on opening day, I was like, "This is a bad idea."
I can't look at a hot dog. I can't look at a hot dog.
I ate 6 hot dogs on opening night. I don't want to brag, but I feel like so I stopped counting. But if I kept that pace up, it would be.
Oh my goodness!
But, all that to say, we have a
They
good
must
time,
be good.
And there's no group too big, no group too small. If you and your grandson want to come out to the game and have a good time, we welcome that. If you and your 400 neighbors want to come out and have a good time, we welcome that as well. And we might even let you go out there and throw the first pitch. So
I know
dance around, sing play ball kid, all that.
Oh, that's awesome. Now I know you guys. We just did the It's Worth the Drive email this morning. It came out. For those of you that aren't on our email database, please go to our Facebook page and scroll down to get to the email blast that we posted on there. But you've got a 5-game pack that you're promoting.
Yeah, we sure do. Yeah, so kind of the tagline there is it's our coolest seats, and the hottest prices. So those are nights that are going to sell out. Especially for you folks down here. I would hate for you guys to drive all the way to the stadium and we can't let you in because we're sold out. So make sure you get your tickets ahead of time. Call us if you can't buy online, and we'll find a way to try to make it work to get you in. But those 5 nights are our 5 nights. A couple fireworks nights. There's a couple giveaway nights in there. And
I think one of them on the list also is Star Wars night.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
is our #1 attended game. We actually have stormtroopers that come out. We actually have some people that dress in character, dress the part, and our stormtroopers and most of our staff jumps in on some kind of Princess
those
Leia.
weren't real Star Wars? I thought they were actually from a galaxy far, far away.
I don't know.
It's hilarious.
It's hysterical.
They'll escort the umpires out. They will walk around hand out intergalactic citations and stuff.
Yeah.
You parked your spaceship in the wrong spot. It's a ton of fun.
They're hysterical.
They
take pictures and then our staff all dress up like Princess Leia and Han. There are all kinds of random T-shirts running around with Star Wars everything on it. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, I think
Sharky dressed up as Obi-Wan Kenobi last year. Ran around the bases like he was flying. It was pretty fun.
Oh my goodness! Well, I guess he's too tall for Yoda, right?
Yeah.
Can you do a Chewbacca noise?
No.
It could be Chewbacca.
My husband can. Nobody yawns.
That's funny.
It's pretty fun. Some of the other things that we're doing too that, if any of the school volunteers for the schools down here are interested, we are working and developing right now our reading program, specifically gearing towards 2nd graders, because we found that 1st grade they're still learning. They're still trying to understand how to read. They're still developing their skills. 3rd grade is also a good age as well. 2nd and 3rd grade is when they're really developing their love for reading and a way to give them a little bit of a challenge. So it's a bookmark that we give out to the teachers. We come out to the school and bring Sharky and do the shark dance, as well as really get them gearing and talk about different shark facts and so forth. And then they get a bookmark. They have 4 months until the season starts. So if they reach their reading goal every month, it's all based on the teacher, basing it on the kid and their needs. Maybe they only need to read 1 book per month, or they need to get more proficient and so forth. It's really geared toward the kids succeeding. And then once they've read all 4 or read around the bases, met all of their marks, they bring that bookmark to the ballpark on, I think it's June 24th. It's our official reading night. And we'll bring the kids out, celebrate them. Congratulations on what you've done. We really love the fact that you're reading. Yay, go books. And kind of go from there. And the kids will have a blast. They're going to make posters also that we're going to, weather permitting, hang up in the ballpark so they can really go Sharky, let's read, go Sharks kind of thing. Really trying to integrate all these kids. And again, 2nd graders are wheelhouse for this, simply because they're so eager at that age.
Yeah, and I think we've been to 10 schools since January 1st, and really getting a lot of these schools fired up about reading. And we bring Sharky out and dance and high five everyone, read some Sharks facts, and have a little fun and kick it off. And
then we'll go at the end.
Yeah, there was great response for it last year. We had tons of families that joined us last year because of the reading program, and that's what it's all about. Rewarding positive behavior. So
that's great. Now, shark dance.
The shark dance.
You know
The shark
the
dance.
baby shark do.
No, don't get that in our heads.
That's the shark dance.
Oh no.
I know, I'm over it too.
The car here has a cassette player. If I would have known that, I would have brought my baby shark cassette.
my
We could have
goodness.
fired it up in here.
Oh, we can't do that to everybody out there.
No, my
Lose some
goodness.
viewers.
So where is the stadium at?
We are on Carolina Beach Road in Wilmington, so just on the other side of the bridge. It's very easy to get in, easy to get out, free parking, and yeah, it's it's not too bad of a drive.
Right next to Legion Stadium.
Yeah, and Wilmington is it's a big, beautiful place. This whole area is so big and beautiful. So on game day, if it's raining at your house, it's probably sunny at the ballpark. And we're always planning on playing baseball no matter what happens. So
We're right in this wonderful little spot that you can see rain literally on either side of where we are, but for whatever reason, the big guy upstairs puts something over us, like in a big old umbrella, and for whatever reason, it's not raining at our place. It might be a little muggy, but there's
That's
cold beverages that can fix that.
yeah, after
Cold beverages can fix a lot of things.
I never thought
sometimes.
that I would be an amateur meteorologist, but after working in baseball for 6 years, you really learn the weather patterns of the area.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I know that if a rain cloud's coming from a certain direction, it means despair. But if it comes from another direction, it means we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So
And worst case scenario, we'll have the bucket brigade out on the field trying to get all the water off the field. There were games, pre-games last year that we were with big old solo cups dumping water off the field, getting it into buckets.
We had 100 inches of rain all of last year. There was one span where during 2 weeks we had rain twice a day before 7 o'clock, and during that span, we only lost 45 minutes. We had to push the game back 45 minutes. We still played. So Coach Foy, I want to thank you so much. You're the man.
You nailed
helped us out so much.
Yep.
You made so many people happy. So
That's awesome.
yeah, don't trust the radar. It's basically the synopsis of this last couple
Worst case
sentences.
scenario, we'll find a way.
Yes, we always do. We always do.
That's funny. So you were talking about the players and things. Do you know who the players are this season?
Yeah. So we carry 35 players. We've got I want to say 33 contracts in hand. So it's a good mix of Division I guys, a couple of those JUCO kids, the grinders that we like to call them. It's a good mix of guys. Last year, similar mix of guys. Team, underperformed in my opinion, but I think this year we're going to win a lot more games and it's going to be a lot more exciting. So, we got guys from all over the country. It's kind of funny how it happens. People always ask, where do we get our players? It's a certain mix of, some coach will have some relationship. Maybe he played high school baseball with the pitching coach at Oral Roberts, and we got a pitcher from Oral Roberts one year. This was my first year. It was our first year getting a pitcher from Oklahoma. And he went back, and in the weight room, all the workouts, everything, Wilmington. He loves it when I stop talking about it. And his coach says, hey, if you say one more word about Wilmington, I'm not going to send you back. And I shut him up real quick. And every year since then, we've gotten 3 or 4 guys from that university, and they're always fantastic. They love to be here, and we get to introduce them to Bojangles and Winnie's Tavern. So, it's a good experience for everyone, really.
And what's kind of cool, too, is because they're college players, so we have to abide by NCAA regulations, so therefore none of them are paid. So there's a lot of unique things that we can do for them that still help them out. Like, we're always looking for host families, people that would open their homes and let them just crash on their bed and get up in the morning, eat half a box of your cereal, and then head out to the ballpark. And they're literally gone for 90% of the day, but they just want to come home and eat a little bit of cereal and go to bed. And a lot of times these players, especially when they get drafted later on, become family members.
It's insane, the integration that these kids have with your family. I mean,
That's awesome.
our host family coordinator the last couple of years has traveled down to Arkansas to see her host son play, and he's on the Johnny Bench watch list, like for the basically the Heisman Award for catchers. So
yeah.
It's crazy how much these kids become a part of your family. And as a host family, we really treat you well. You get season tickets. We invite you to all sorts of off-season events that we do, and we throw a lot of goodies your way, because honestly, without the host families, we could not do what we do. So
do it.
They're kind of the backbone of the whole operation without knowing it. So.
And they're all under contract. Every single one of our players are under strict contract. So, in terms of behavior, and they have to abide by specific, very strict regulations. If they are caught in any way, they lose their scholarships back home.
They know they've got a lot to lose. They know they've got it good. So honestly, all they need is a room, and a Wi-Fi password and maybe a place to park a car, and that's really it.
Yeah.
You know, it's really simple, and we've never had any issues with the players. And you know, honestly, the issue becomes at the end of the year getting them to leave your house because they don't want to leave. Honestly, pitchers will roll their ankles and try to stay in Wilmington. Like, man, sorry, we gotta fly the coop, little birdie. Come on.
It's the cereal.
Exactly. Yeah. As we're pulling up to the beach right here, you know, this is a perfect segue for it. So.
Yeah, exactly. They're so funny.
That's funny. So, all right. So the stadium is on Carolina Beach Road. I couldn't remember if that was 421
Carolina Beach Road.
Yeah.
Buck Hardy Field at Legion Stadium.
Alrighty.
So that's us.
And you start your season in May.
Yep.
May 30th.
May 30th.
And
May 30th. Also, if you are one of the fun promotions that we're trying to do, we spoke with Nourish NC, and you can actually talk a little bit about that because that's your baby of what you're trying to do, which is hysterical. I love it.
Yeah. So, you know, opening weekend, we're rebranding as the Cape Fearless Sharks, and we're trying to do some things to
Cape Fearless
Sharks. Yeah, something to give back to the whole community.
We've all been through,
because you know we're not on the Weather Channel anymore after the hurricane. You know, the floodwaters have gone down, but there's still tons of people in the area that need help. And so, you know, after speaking to some people around the community that kind of have their finger on the pulse of who needs the most help, you know, Nourish NC, you know, they feed people in the area. So after going there, you know, we talked to them about what they need, and one of the things they need the most is peanut butter. So I said, well, peanuts and Cracker Jacks, peanut butter. So opening weekend,
peanut covered hot dogs.
Exactly. Yeah.
Something.
So we're
we'll
trying
come
to
up with something.
We're trying to raise. We're trying to collect 2,000 jars of peanut butter in 2 days, and I'm gonna jump out on a limb here and say that's a world record. I'm not sure there's ever been more peanut butter in one place at a ballpark, but
oh my God.
If we've got to call Guinness Book of World Records, we're gonna try to.
So I want 2,000 jars of peanut butter. So you know, bring a jar of peanut butter. You know, you save a couple bucks on tickets. You help your community. And you know, we'll have all sorts of stupid stuff to tie in with peanut butter, but yeah, you know, I don't care if it's Jif, Skippy, or Peter Pan, but bring it on out and we'll take it.
Alright.
The random things like that are what we do all season too. You know, like let's have some fun. I mean, it is baseball, but what is it? We're a memory making factory that has a baseball problem. Is what we say all the time.
I like that. So it's not just the game. You have games in the game, right?
Exactly.
All the innings and all that kind of stuff, don't you?
Yeah, we'll have all sorts of three-legged races and wheelbarrow races and water balloon fights and volleyball
chasing sharking around the bases.
Yeah, you never know what's going to pop up. You know, we might have a little leprechaun pop up in the stands and high five someone and give someone a gold coin. You know,
someone
you
get
never
a random
know.
pizza delivery.
Someone might end up with the free pizza. You know, you never know.
That sounds like fun.
We try to change it up every few nights just to keep it interesting
and,
for
you know,
everyone.
it's awesome because we have the most creative staff of all time, and I've never said no to one of their ideas. Like, it's like, hey, wouldn't it be funny if I was like, yes, I don't care what you're gonna say, let's do it. If you think it's funny, I trust you, let's roll with it.
Didn't Sharky come out as Ric Flair last year?
Sharky did.
Oh no.
Yeah,
It was
Sharky
pretty
did.
funny.
Sharky rode in a motorcycle one time.
And the motorcycle spilled behind home plate. Like it wiped out behind home plate. It was pretty funny. Not on purpose.
No,
but we had a good time.
Sharky was all right. Motorcycle was okay.
We love you, Will.
Yeah, we acted like it was on purpose. You know, show must go on.
Totally on purpose.
Yeah.
That's funny. So, do you do Sharky auditions? Or how do you pick your Sharky?
Sharky finds us. You know, it's the stars just align sometimes, and you find a kid that's really good at being Sharky. And
sometimes it's that line when you sign up to work for us.
Other duties as assigned.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had a quick story. We had a kid my first 2 years with the team, Keontae, and his goal in life was to be a professional mascot.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I would walk into the office and he would be sitting there watching YouTube videos of Benny the Bull, the Padres chicken. I mean, you name it. He was doing his research,
the Sea Dog.
And no matter what day it was, he would have a different costume for Sharky. He would spend all day making these costumes, and Keontae's chasing his dream right now. He's up in Salem, Virginia, as Muggsy the Bat Dog. So
really,
he's doing his thing. He's honestly one of the best mascots I've ever seen, and he is all business. You talk to him, he puts on the head. He doesn't talk.
Yeah.
So he's all business. He's great at what he does. Very expressive. And, you know, I never knew how much went into being a mascot until I met Keontae, and I have a newfound respect for mascots all over the place, because, you know, it really does bring life to the ballpark.
They do. They really do. And they take a lot of abuse.
Yes, they do.
They do.
And
you know,
it is hot.
Oh, yes. And they stink. The costumes stink. I'm sure yours doesn't.
Of course not. No,
We've rented
dry
some of
cleaners.
those.
Sharky uses Axe. No.
No.
Polo Black.
Oh my
Polo
goodness.
Black.
When Christmas.
What's the other one?
Dracar Noir.
No, the deodorant, the commercial, the Old Spice.
Old Spice. There you go. well, I'm sure Sharky doesn't stink. But
despite popular opinion, Sharky does not stink. Okay?
No, he does not. But
I love it.
Let's see. So Wilmington Sharks. What's the website again?
www.wilmingtonsharks.com. As easy as that. And you know, on there you can find, you know, information about, you know, the games, host family stuff, everything we've talked about here. If it's not on the website, then it's not that important, I guess.
There you go.
The only thing that, we still have partnerships and stuff like that on there too.
Yeah.
We're always looking for community partners that would help support. I mean, we can't do it without our partnerships that we have. One of the newest ones that we just did was a 3-year deal, 3-year partnership with Alliance Credit Union up in Wilmington, and through their support, as well as coming out to the ball game and just literally our friendship, we're able to do some great business with them, as well as have a strong return on investment for their investment with us too. So we're always looking for community partners that we can have some fun with too. I mean, last year we had a couple of our employees, we have a relationship with Bojangles, so a couple of our baseball players made biscuits and worked the drive-through. It was hysterical. And then
that was awesome. It was 2 kids that 3 weeks prior I think had never heard of Bojangles, and the next thing you know, they're helping roll the biscuits and
they were so proud of their biscuits when they were done. They brought them to the ballpark and were like, "Here, guys, look at me!" But they were trying to be cool, you know, like, I made these.
Yeah,
that's hilarious.
It's an art.
You know, but I mean, if it's a gym, we'll bring Sharky to the gym and have him work out. Like, I mean,
we're looking for people that don't want to just slap a billboard somewhere and call it good. It's more of a partnership. You know, we have a pretty unique platform that we can take advantage of, and
I'd almost rather call it a friendship instead of a partnership, because some of our, I mean, like I said, some of our other people that we've worked with, I mean, have literally become friends of ours. You know, we hang out besides just at the ballpark. Last game of the season, everyone didn't want to leave because we're all chilling out in the beer garden, just talking and laughing and crying because some of our interns were leaving for the rest of the summer, you know, and never see them again. But it's a happy little family, essentially.
It really is. It's a
cheesy
special
as
place.
It sounds.
It really is.
We have a good time.
And it's a great place to bring your family. So go out to the ballpark.
Yeah.
Go to the Wilmington Sharks games and enjoy some family fun with your grandkids when they're in town, or just your family, or if you're just looking for something different for you and your friends and neighbors to go do, give them a call or go to their website. We have enjoyed having you in our carpool today.
Well,
Make sure to say hi and introduce yourselves too if you see us on this when you come up to the ballpark. We'd love to really meet you and see who it was that we connected with.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.